This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
And welcome to freshman girls basketball from Lorain. Rob Polinsky along with coach Bob Raskich. Warren Harding against Lorain as we have a triple header of girls basketball for you today from Lorain. We'll start with the freshman game, then the junior varsity, and then later on this evening it'll be girls varsity basketball. But a chance to see the entire girls program, Bob, from the freshman level up.
Right, and this is fun. This will be one of the things that I'm surprised to see Warren Harding playing his zone. I have yet to see us on defense. I always think at this level it's a good idea to learn to guard somebody.
2-3 zone defense for Warren Harding, as Bob mentioned, and Warren Harding with the basketball. And bear with us as we get our bearings here. China Stroud with the basketball for Warren Harding. She'll hand it off to Ashante Kirksey, and Kirksey's pass goes off the hand of Warren Harding. It'll be Lorain basketball. Let's set the starting five for you for the Lorain team that is coached by Ashley Allville. It'll be Carmen Cordero, who is inbounding the basketball, along with Melina Nieto. Also on the floor for the 9th grade Titans, Tanija Fairley, Aaliyah Anderson, and Genesis Rivera.
Well, I was glad to see Lorain High playing man-to-man on that first defensive possession.
Missing the shot was Anderson. An offensive rebound put back up by Rivera, no good. And Warren Harding has it on the outlet. Ashante Kirksey with it. A minute into this ball game, shot goes up, no good. Missed by Demaria Russell. And it'll be Lorain basketball.
Oh, little drag dribble there.
Nieto with a pass outside. Jump shot up, no good by Tanija Fairley. They fight for the rebound. That's Rivera inside, off the glass and rim. Can't get it to fall. And Warren Harding has it. And they'll outlet it to Kirksey. Kirksey hands it off to the point guard, China Stroud. And now Warren Harding will set up the offense against the man-to-man defense for Lorain. And there's a good denial of the passing lane, Bob, as Carmen Cordero went for the steal.
Well, athletic director Brian and Corey argue, and I argue about this all the time. I think that you should always at the lower levels play man, and he says no, you can play zone and teach man later. But I'm sticking to my guns here. I like to see kids learning to defend at an early age.
Dribbling in, boy, you and Brian argue about goofy things.
We do. we argue about the silliest stuff.
Nieto with the basketball. Well, that's what two basketball coaches do. Dribbling around the three-point line. Nieto now will set up the offense against the 2-3 Warren Harding defense. No score. We're 2 minutes into this basketball game. And there's a good move. Missing the shot was Cordero. Another offensive rebound for the Titans. With the basketball for the Titans, Nieto. Get it out to Cordero. She'll take the long three. Miss it off the rim. Another offensive board for Rivera, and there's a foul, and she will go to the line for two. Genesis Rivera, 5'9" freshman.
You know, while we're at the line, Rob, I have a chance. We have the AV squad here tonight helping us put this game on of Terry Trout and Joe Bach. I want to mention some student names. This is a course in here at Lorain High. Spyridon Gulgas, Hyatt Hernan, Jose Flores, Laban Puckett, Jonathan Santana, Zach Truman are all here tonight manning cameras and monitors and switchers and all that technological stuff. And this is the second time that I've done a game with them, and they did a great job. I'm sure they're going to do a great job tonight.
Yeah, I know they will, and we had them. I remember we did a football game earlier this fall with the club crew and the men and women from Lorain School, so we appreciate their help and their interest in the program. With a basketball, Kirksey after a couple of missed free throws, so we are still tied, no score. Kirksey had her pocket picked by Nieto, and Nieto will hand the ball off. We just one ref to begin the basketball game. I know he was talking with Brian Corey trying to find the second one. That guy's going to be a little tired. Right wing three goes up off the rim, no good. And missing that three was Cordero.
Steal.
There's a steal. The shot goes up, no good. And missing that shot was Fairley. Tanija Fairley misses it. And Warren Harding will bring the rebound up the floor. Going coast to coast, putting it up, missing the shot. They get an offensive rebound. That's Kirksey with the rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds.
I noticed Lorain High on offense. Of course, we're going to stay on defense here. Is pretty well organized down there in that their little 1-3-1 attack against that 2-3.
You know who doesn't mind that Warren Harding's in a 2-3 zone defense?
Who?
The one official. Since he's by
You're
himself,
absolutely right.
He doesn't have to run up and down quite as fast.
You're absolutely right.
Kick it out to Cordero for a 10-footer and out back in. Carmen Cordero with the first points of the basketball game. It's 2-0 Lorain. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Driving in is Kirksey. Kirksey had to go off the hand of a defender, Cordero, and out of bounds. Warren Harding to inbound. Warren Harding in the black uniforms, black jerseys, black shorts. They are trimmed in white with the gold lettering. And for the Lorain Titans, white jerseys, white shorts, and they are trimmed in blue.
Well, I haven't seen the Warren Harding girls play yet, but I've seen the Warren Harding boys, and they are tough.
Yeah.
Great size. I think they have 2 Division I big men.
Yeah, we saw them earlier when they played Lorain right here. Impressive performance. Nieto with the basketball, right wing to Cordero. Back to Nieto. Lorain leads 2-0. Nieto puts up a tough jumper, missed it off the front of the rim, and she hustles and gets the offensive board. Boy, a ton of offensive rebounds in the first quarter for Lorain. There's a high arcing shot, no good, off the glass by Anderson. And they'll get the steal and get it to Nieto, but her save goes to a Warren Harding player. Now we're going to whistle and a foul, and that foul will go on to Nija Fairley.
You know, at this level, Rob, really looking for passing and catching skills, decision skills.
Driving in is Kirksey. Kirksey with nowhere to go because there was good defense by Fairley. Her pass is knocked away and it's stolen. And for the Titans coming away with the basketball is Aaliyah Anderson. Gets the ball to Nieto. Nieto on the drive was fouled.
You know, I really think that at this level, even, you know, with the boys too at the freshman level, probably over half of your practice should be spent on passing, catching, and shooting skills.
Here's a great view you don't get every time from the baseline, from the guys down there on doing the great cam work behind the basket. See the free throw clank off the rim. And that is Melina Nieto. You see our one official out there. He's hoping that his buddy gets here before too much longer. 2:18 to go first quarter. You see on your monitor, Lorain leads 2-0, and she banks it in, makes it 3-0.
Well, this could mean we won't get many whistles in this game too, Rob.
You would think. Unless he needs a breather. China Stroud with the basketball into the forecourt for Warren Harding. China Stroud on the three-point line. She'll pull it back out. Boy, Nieto all over her defensively. Look at Nieto, and almost gets the 5-second count, and it's stolen away. Well, the Lorain defense has been tenacious.
Right. In the half court, I can't recall an attempted shot yet.
Ashley Allville, the head freshman coach for the Titans, likes what she sees so far.
There you go. Penetrate the seam of that zone.
Yep, and Anderson missed the shot, but it was a good shot, and it will go out of bounds. And with 1:39 to go in the first quarter, Titans lead at 3-0. Again, we're bringing you a full evening of Lorain basketball, the girls program, freshman game, the junior varsity game, and then we'll have the varsity contest a little bit later on. Glad you could join us on WLCS TV 20. Warren Harding with the basketball, putting the shot up off the glass and in. First points for Warren Harding for the Lady Raiders. It goes to Ladina Simpson.
Well, Simpson did a nice jump stop there. Get yourself under control before you shoot. Well done.
3-2 Titans. Cordero with the basketball. Gets it to Anderson on the three-point line. She plays catch to Nieto. Right elbow jumper, 15-footer, no good. They get another offensive rebound. It's up and in.
Yes.
We talk about it a lot, but, you know, it doesn't help your rebounding skills in a zone either.
No, it sure doesn't. It sure doesn't.
We have a whistle and a foul on Lorain for a reach. It'll be Warren Harding's inbound as we hit the 1 minute mark of quarter number one.
To Nieto.
They'll inbound
right elbow jumper,
do so to Simpson.
No
Simpson
good.
has the only
Get
2 points
another
this quarter.
Offensive rebound.
She'll hand it off to Stroud. China Stroud with a short jumper, missed it. Offensive rebound, Warren Harding. The return is too long. Another rebound, and they'll reset the offense as they try to get it to Stroud. She has it at midcourt. 40 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Nobody took ball.
Nope, and Stroud drove in. Couldn't get it to drop. As coming over to cut her off was Genesis Rivera. Here comes Nieto for the Titans. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Foul line jumper.
Yes!
There's a good find in the jumper up and in by Aaliyah Anderson. 7-2 Titans. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Driving in and being fouled by Anderson was China Stroud.
Rob, the adults in that program, Bob Schlumbaker and Terry Trout, and, of course, Joe Bach. I mean, it's amazing. Freshman girls, freshman boys, JV girls basketball on local cable. I can't think of anybody else in the state of Ohio that does it. I mean, Joe Bach and his crew just do a great job.
First time we've seen Bob Schlumbaker in quite a while. I'm glad to see him, my best friend, here today. Free throw is up and in, makes it 7-3. It's always a good day when you see Bob.
Yeah, it is.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Rivera. 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. 7-3, Lorain leads. They get it ahead to Cordero, missed the shot. With a rebound,
it's good.
Are the Titans a little bit short, close, but not going in by fairly. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that is the end of the first quarter. Our score after one, the Titans with a good start. They lead it by the score of 7-3 as you see the teams go to their benches. And that is the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. After one quarter in the freshman game, it's Lorain 7, Warren 3. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this timeout. You're watching WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
McGruff the crime dog here. We've all heard of identity theft. Now I'm going to show you how those thieves do it. Watch. He's secretly photographing her credit card with his cell phone. Now watch. They pretend they have a package to deliver, and while they're trying to fit it in the mailbox, they're taking her credit card payments and other paid bills. To learn how to protect yourself from identity theft, go to weprevent.org. Keep your identity to yourself and help take a bite out of crime.
And welcome back. Start of the second quarter from Lorain. Ron Polinsky along with Bob Braskich. Lorain with a 7-3 lead to begin the second quarter, and a jump ball as the Titans will have the basketball. A couple of new Titans into the basketball game. Alina Gnazik is into the game this quarter, and she is joined out there on the floor by Selly Cortez. Inside, the shot goes up, no good. Missing that was Anderson. They get the offensive rebound, Nieto.
Good.
To Gnazik. Gnazik off the hands of Nieto. They fight for the basketball loose on the floor. They battle for it. There's a jump ball.
Thus far for Lorain, with that little exception right there, the passing and catching has been pretty good. And I know the players in their zone offense get to their spots, and they're looking to penetrate the seam of the zone, which is, the basic zone attack.
Chelsea DePaula into the game for the first time for Warren Harding with the basketball. That's her dribbling on the baseline, almost going out of bounds, but with one ref, and where he's located, he's not going to see that. Shot goes up off the rim, no good, and out of bounds to Lorain. Again, you got to give that guy credit. We just have one ref for this freshman game so far doing his best, but, we see 3 at the varsity level. Normally 2 at the JV and freshman level, but it's very rare where you see
just one.
But the guy's doing a good job keeping up with it. So the basketball driving in is Anderson. Put it up. It's blocked by DePaula and out of bounds. So Lorain will trigger the offense up 7-3. 4:53 to go in the first half. And for Warren Harding, Serena Lyons will check into the game. As you see the replay there of that shot block and out of bounds. Again, we're here today with the club television. They do a great job. And Aaliyah Anderson quickly off the inbound, put the basket up and in, and it's 9-3. Titans with a 6-point lead. There's a strip and a steal by Nieto. Nieto ahead of the pack show, lay it up and in, and all of a sudden, Lorain leads at 11-3. Boy, just 7 young ladies dressed for Lorain and just 6 for Warren Harding.
Wow, you'd think both big schools you'd have greater interest in participation.
China Stroud with the basketball, puts it up. It's partially blocked, and the Titans come away with it. Part of it, there are injuries. You get to this point of the year, and we'll get into that a little bit. Jumper goes up. It's off the back of the rim, no good. They fight for the rebound. It's loose on the floor. Picked up and put in the basket by Aaliyah Anderson. So Anderson, you see her right there, number 40, getting congratulations from her coach, Ashley Allville, as the Titans are on a pretty good run here in the second quarter. They lead at 13-3. With a 6-0 run with 4:05 to go in the first half.
Well, that gives us an opportunity to talk about our favorite supporter. That's Neil Summers over at Lorain School Employees Credit Union. If you're retired from Lorain City Schools or a current employee, pay close attention. 3-second violations, top of the arc, in the circle. If that's got you confused, make your next shot a three-pointer with a CD at the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Our team has a CD rate that will score every time when you call or visit LSECU. Make a slam dunk by calling 282-4600 or stop by the office, 4459 Oberlin Avenue. Neil was here last night watching that boys game. We had a ball. There was some funny things happening. And a good win for Lorain boys last night against Shaw.
Yeah, glad to see the boys end that losing streak, get a win. And
the JV's almost got 100 again.
And a chance for them to have a really big week because they go to Warrensville Friday and then they're home to Clearview Saturday. So hopefully Andy's team will get it going. DePaulo with a 3 on the left wing, off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound for Warren Harding. With the rebound is Simpson. And she had it stolen away. Nieto has it.
Oh, yeah.
Finds her teammate ahead of her, Gnizik, and Gnizik will pass it back outside. Run down by Nieto. She puts it up and in off the glass.
Nieto does a nice job attacking the seam.
Melina Nieto makes it 15-5, 8-0 run for Lorain in the second quarter. And the shots that weren't falling in the first quarter, Bob, they're falling for the Titans in the second quarter.
Nieto uses the glass. She uses the backboard. Nice.
DePaulo with a basketball on the three-point line. Driving in, put it up, no good, and there's the rebound, and having a big second quarter is Anderson. She has the ball and gets tied up. Nope, doesn't get tied up. It's a foul on Warren Harding, excuse me. Foul will go on Serena Lyons. Back in Demaria Russell for Warren Harding. She'll come in for Lyons. 15-3, Titans, as you look at Nieto there on your television screen. 3:10 to go in the first half. And again, club with us tonight, so we have several different camera angles from down on the floor and up top here. So glad to have the club with us working here today. And there you get some of the different looks that you'll see tonight during this freshman, JV, and varsity broadcast.
You know, you were talking about numbers on freshman girls. John Rossitano over in Amherst is a longtime friend of mine, and we've talked about he has trouble getting numbers, for his gals at the freshman level also. You know, I know a number of teams in the LEL have, contemplated not even running freshman girls, and it's
just combining and make it a JV.
Right.
I'll tell you, that's not going to help matters.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I just think I'd like to see 15 girls on the team and maybe a less of an emphasis on winning and more on participation, just to get numbers out there for the future, because you never know how a player is going to develop and what their interests will be. A lot of times the players you think that you almost cut as freshmen end up starting on a varsity. You really need numbers.
There's a steal by Rivera. She'll lay it up and miss it. Gets to her own rebound, missed it again. They battle inside. And with the basketball is Sally Cortez, and lost it to Warren Harding. For Harding, China Stroud will stop, put it up, no good. The last thing that one referee wants to see is fast break.
I know.
2:16 to go in the half. 15-3, Titans by 12. There are injuries. I know there's been some injuries at the freshman level for Lorain.
Here.
Then also, Bob, if you get injuries at the higher level, well, they got to take from your freshmen to bring them up.
Right. One of the injuries here was, I think the best player for the freshman, Diane Conabear, the principal here at Lorain High. Her daughter was a very good freshman player, and she was injured, and she, it ended her season, and she's a good player.
No, that's too bad. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Lorain leads at 15-3. And inbounding the basketball for the freshman is Carmen Cordero. She'll inbound it to Melina Nieto. Nieto with the basketball in between the circles. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. And Nieto with a jumper, but that's because she was fouled and she'll go to the line for two.
I see a little point guard in the future for that gal. She can bring it. She dribbles it very well. She makes good decisions. She attacks the basket. Most girls right there would have taken it one more dribble right into the teeth of the defense. She knew to pick it up.
Nieto puts it up.
Good stroke, too.
Free throw up and in. Nieto makes it 16-3. Couple of dribbles, puts it back up, missed it off the rim. They fight for the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Genesis Rivera of Lorain, very aggressively going for the offensive rebound. So they'll give the ball to Warren Harding, who has been outscored in this quarter, 9-0 so far.
You know, you said aggressive. I feel and have felt from the very get-go here, the Lorain High girls are the more aggressive of the two teams, going for loose balls and tie-ups and so forth.
DePaula with the basketball. DePaula on the right baseline for Warren Harding as they try to get on the scoreboard in the second quarter. And there is the travel, is getting a running start with China Stroud.
Oh, we have another official.
All right, minute 35 to go in the first half. And Lorain leads at 16-3.
Oh, good back
Nice
cut.
pass by Rivera. Shot goes up in and a foul.
Wow.
What a pass from Rivera.
There you go.
Gnizik, and it makes it 18-3.
Good job. You know, while we're at the line, Athletic Director Corey wanted me to mention and announce that Alicia Arnold of the varsity just is the happy recipient of a full scholarship to Lake Erie College for
great.
track. You know, we recognize and talk about her athleticism on the basketball court, but it's a full athletic scholarship. So we'd like to congratulate Alicia.
That's awesome. There's a jumper on the right wing, no good, and coming away with the rebound are the Titans, and that's Nieto. Under a minute to play in the first half. Good feed to Gnizik, and Gnizik had it knocked away. Runs it down, and we're going to get a jump ball. Alternating possession arrow gives the ball to Warren Harding with 55 seconds to go until intermission.
Well, Nieto, Rob, did something there that you don't see often in freshman girls basketball. She's able to bring the ball with her head up looking down the floor, you know, to make the next pass. You don't see that often. Most gals have to concentrate more on, you know, picking it up off the floor, and she can dribble it and bring it and look up the floor at the same time.
China Stroud makes it 18-5 as she gets Warren Harding's first points of the second quarter. You get a look at China right there. With the basketball in the 8-toe for Lorain. 30 seconds to play in the half. She's still with a right-hand dribble. She's going to pull it back outside.
They're in a man-to-man. Everybody else is standing. Come on, gals, you have to move.
The 8-toe dribbling in, gets cut off, and she's going to travel as she was knocked down. Gives the ball back to Warren Harding with 19 seconds to go in the half. Long lob. Warren Harding with the basketball. They'll get it to DePaula. DePaula into the forecourt. On the three-point line with 10 seconds to play in the half. Titans up 18-5. There's a corner shot off the glass and in.
You got to pick up.
Yeah, Ashante Kirksey was left open. 2 seconds, one beyond half court. Nieto lets it fly, no good. And that'll do it for one half. A very good first half for the Lorain freshmen as they lead it by the score of 18-7. As you see the two teams as they're going to head to their locker rooms for intermission. And there is head coach Ashley Allville leading the Titans into the locker room. We'll come back with the second half of action. Again, our score, Lorain 18, Warren Harding 7. You're watching Lorain girls freshman basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
We're asking folks about marriage.
You know, marriage makes me think of sports. You know, teamwork, dedication.
Okay, let's see what people say.
Let's say your marriage is a sport. What sport would it be?
Basketball. Surfing.
They have to be a team sport.
A lot of back and forth.
A lot of people watching.
So how many people are influenced by your marriage?
Hundreds.
You really think about the ripple effect.
It's like a wave.
Want to improve your marriage? For ideas, go to foryourmarriage.org. A message from the Catholic Church.
And welcome back as we are about set to start the third quarter of action. Lorain leads at 18-7, Bob, and Lorain freshmen look very good in that first half. Led 7-3 after one quarter, outscored Warren Harding 11-4 in the second quarter.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And Lorain High has definitely been, as you see right there, diving on the floor, the more aggressive of the two squads and the more organized.
And let's get the Lorain starters for the third quarter as we begin quarter number 3. And out there for Ashley Allville's ball club for the freshmen is going to be Genesis Rivera. Also out there is Carmen Cordero, Melina Nieto. She is joined out on the floor by Aaliyah Anderson and the fifth young lady for the Titans. As I look at my lineup, Alina Gnizik. So those are the five young ladies for Lorain to begin quarter number 3.
This gal right here can play. She's going to be a pretty good point guard. I can see that. She
that
uses
is
her left hand.
Melina Nieto, who Bob speaks of. Bounce pass there, good idea. They couldn't come up with it. And Warren Harding gets a steal, and then they throw it right away back to Nieto.
Oh, she's fouled.
And she was fouled. They agree with you. And committing that foul is Clarissa McKinney. Clarissa McKinney, who we did not see in the first half, I don't believe, is they started the game with 6, and now we've got 7 ladies from Warren Harding. So I think McKinney just got here.
Moved down.
Yeah, that could be too.
Yep.
There's a three-pointer that's up around the rim, no good. Missing that three-pointer, was almost in, is Carmen Cordero. Here comes Warren Harding at the other end. 6-minute quarters at the freshman level. This has been a very quick game so far. On the right side, Gnizik went for the steal, knocked it to a teammate. Now we're going to jump ball. No scoring in the third quarter yet. Lorain still leads Warren Harding 18-7. Rob Polinsky, Bob Braskich, along with the high school students from Lorain High School, as the club is here doing all the video tonight under the direction of Joe Bach. Baseline cameras, a couple cameras up here up top. Joe's spoiling us today, Bob.
Oh, he is, and members of that club, they're doing such a great job. Maybe I should wait until we have a timeout before I mention their names
next stoppage
again.
when we get a minute. Here's Nieto dribbling. Next time we get a stoppage, we'll get you those names of the kids in the club that are working hard today. Nice pass inside. Shot goes up and a foul. Making that basket is Rivera.
Nieto again. I mean, she sees the floor. She's able to handle a basketball and see the floor. We saw that in the first half where she was bringing it in transition. But, again, all the help tonight is coming from Hyatt, Hernan, Spyridon, Gulgas, Jose Flores, Laban Puckett, Jonathan Santana, Zach Truman, I want to mention Bob Schlembacher, and Terry Trout also helping Joe Bach out, doing a tremendous job.
Three-pointer, Genesis Rivera. She makes the basket and the free throw, and it's 21-7. The Titans are up by a couple of touchdowns. 4:15 to go in the third quarter.
Titans playing a zone.
Yeah,
No.
Jumper up, no good. Offensive rebound for Warren Harding. Back up, no good. Missing that rebound was Simpson, and they fight for it and keep the basketball. That's McKinney with a basketball for Warren Harding. Left wing jumper up, no good, but a whistle and a foul. And coming to the free throw line for the Lady Raiders, Ashante Kirksey, who I think is one of their better players so far today.
You know, we have a moment here, and we could mention something I think is really cool coming up. Wednesday, February 15th. Junior Titans basketball. The third graders, the fourth graders, the fifth graders, the sixth grade division. It all starts at 4:30. First game starts at 5 o'clock. 4 different Junior Titans teams will be playing. Admission only $3 for adults, $2 for students, 10 and under free. Wednesday, February 15th in the Lorain High Titan Gym. Don't miss it.
We won't. We'll be here. And we'll have it for you on WLCS TV 20. And I know the kids will get a kick out of seeing themselves on TV.
Well, and again, I just think the freshmen, boys, gals, JVs, boys, gals, I mean, that's got to be a thrill to be on Channel 20. You know, everybody's going to be watching, and nobody else does this. I can't think of anybody else in the state of Ohio that even approaches what Joe Bach and Channel 20 does for high school athletics.
21-8, Titans lead it. The freshman girls basketball on WLCS TV 20. Stroud with it, 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Titans up by 13. Gets it to McKinney, where there's a cross-court pass, dangerous pass against the zone. They work it, some ball movement. McKinney puts it up, grazed the front iron, and the rebound comes down to Nieto, who's had a fantastic game. Gets it to Gnizik, and Gnizik tripped and fell and traveled. You know, the use of this gymnasium between all these different teams that play here.
Right.
Boy, unbelievable.
And we can't forget every team has to practice here.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, the freshmen I know are going off-site to elementary schools and so forth, or to middle schools, but there's a lot of usage.
Nieto misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Stroud. Stroud put it up, no good. Good defense that time by Aaliyah Anderson. They get it ahead to Gnizik, and she'll lay it up and in, and the Titans go up 23-8, and a timeout for Warren Harding with 2:37 to go in the third quarter, as you could look at that young lady who just made the layup Alina Ganizik.
Nieto again bringing the ball and being able to look up the floor and bring it at the same time. First open man up the floor getting the ball. That's how it's supposed to be done.
And here's the replay brought to you by Lorain Schools Employees Credit Union. Head of the pack, the easy layup.
Well done. That's quite a skill.
And, at this level, sometimes you don't always see, whether it's guys or girls, the ability to not look at the basketball and look ahead and find the open teammate.
Being able to bring it. I mean, you see guards at the varsity boys level that can't bring it and look up the floor at the same time. You really do. And every good point guard, the good ones, everyone can do it. And I see the Nieto gal has a good start on developing that.
Ashley Allville, the head freshman coach for the young ladies. You see her there on your television monitor as she is going over the assignments during the timeout. Titans come back out onto the floor, joined by Warren Harding. Warren Harding in the all-black uniforms, black jerseys, black shorts, trimmed in white, gold numerals, the team from Trumbull County. For the Lorain Titans, they're in the all-whites, white jerseys, white shorts, trimmed in blue. 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Titans up 23-8. Rob Polinsky joined by the coach, Bob Braskich. McKinney with a jumper, off the rim, no good. And the fight for the rebound, it goes out of bounds.
It's got to be Lorain High. No.
And it'll stay with Warren Harding.
Ladies, get off to the ball more. You're going to give up a layup.
And that inbounds is knocked out of bounds off of the hands of Ashante Kirksey, so now Lorain will get it.
We've seen more teams, boys and girls, struggle defending out of bounds under the basket. It's easy. Don't even move. Put yourself in the proper defensive position. Switch every time two people cross in front of your face. I mean, it's easy. There isn't anything to it.
Nieto misses the long jumper. Warren Harding with the rebound, and they're on offense as they bring the basketball across the timeline. With it is Clarissa McKinney. She's guarded by Nieto, man-to-man defense for the Titans. McKinney, actually it's a
nice
zone,
jump
puts
shot.
It up and made it.
Wow.
So McKinney got around Nieto and just enough room to get the shot off. 23-10, Titans with 1:40 to play in the third quarter of our freshman girls basketball game. Start of a triple header of girls basketball on WLCS TV 20. This will be followed by the junior varsity game, and then following that we'll have the varsity. Again, all three teams playing Warren G. Harding. McKinney, who I'm going to guess that we'll see in the JV game later on, gets it to Stroud. Stroud with a pass for McKinney. Do they have to worry about quarters at this level?
Yes. There's a total for the year, and there's a total for, I believe it's 5 at this level per game.
So that might be why we see
night.
some. In the,
right.
Yeah, I got you. Stroud with it on the three-point line. Picks up the dribble. Gets it out to McKinney. McKinney with a jumper. It's up and in. Under a minute to play.
That gal's got a nifty little jump shot.
Yeah, McKinney with back-to-back baskets, and it's 23-12. The Titan lead is down to 11 as we are under a minute to play in the third. Nieto being guarded very closely. Pass on the left side to Cordero. Cordero on the three-point line. Dribbles in, puts up a 10-footer off the glass, and she got it to go.
Well done.
Nice shot. Carmen Cordero, you see her there running back on defense.
Good job. Lady Titans almost always have good floor balance here, and that's good coaching. Nice, that's good. You can't play the game so many times at the lower levels. All the players want to run to the ball, and you can't play the game without stretching the defense.
I think we're going to see that in that. You mentioned the third to sixth grade boys.
It can be funny. Why everybody runs to the ball. It's
kind of like a moth to flame, right?
Exactly.
Or to light, as you see, the moths will. All 10 players, I'm sure, in that grade school games that we have next week. We'll see some of that at the third and fourth grade level. The jump shot goes up, and missing it was Rivera.
Oh, at the buzzer.
And the basket is good at the buzzer. As Ganizik with the rebound and the basket, you see her right there. We have come to the end of the third quarter, and the score after 3, it is Lorain 25, Warren Harding 12. You're watching freshman girls basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
I believe that home is where your pet is.
And that loving an animal means never giving up on them, never letting them go.
I believe that when you spay or neuter your pets, you help decrease the number of homeless animals.
Because every dog and cat deserves a place to call home.
I believe that I found my best friend at a shelter. And you can too.
We believe that together with Best Friends Animal Society,
We can bring about a time when there are no more homeless pets.
visit ambassadors.bestfriends.org.
And welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter has Warren Harding with the basketball. They lead at 25-12, and they're getting the inbounding, putting it up and in is Chelsea DePaula. Makes it 15-14. Lorain with the basketball. They get it inside. That is going to be missing the shot. It goes back up and in. Gnesic makes the return off the miss by Selly Cortez.
Another good feed from the top of the offense by the Nieto gal. Very good.
2-3 zone defense for Lorain. There's a jumper on the left side, no good. And let's get the Lorain Titans 5 to begin the fourth quarter. Up top, it's Gnesic and Nieto. That's Nieto passing it to Gnesic. Also, we have Rivera into the game, along with Cortez, and the fifth young lady for Lorain is Tanija Fairley.
Well, when Lorain High was playing man-to-man, Warren Harding couldn't get a shot off. Now that we're playing some zone, they're getting good looks. There's a lesson there.
Nieto with the inbounds. 5 minutes to play. Lorain leads at 27-14. Gets it to Rivera. Nice pass to Gnesic. Missed the shot, but that was a good pass. And we get a whistle, and it'll be Warren Harding basketball. Inbounding the basketball for the Lady Raiders, it's going to be Demaria Russell. She'll get it to DePaula. Chelsea DePaula into the forecourt. Chelsea got away with a travel. Pass on the left side. Shot goes up, no good. And the rebound falls into the hands of Selly Cortez of Lorain. They're running the floor, try to pass it ahead. It gets knocked back to Fairley. Fairley with a jumper, missed it. Offensive rebound, Rivera, and we're going to get a jump ball. That'll stay with the Titans. Following this, we'll have junior varsity girls basketball, and then following that, it'll be our varsity contest tonight with Lorain and Warren Harding. And the varsity young ladies of Mark Feldman, outstanding at 14-3.
They're right there. They only have one loss in the league,
Yep.
and they're one win away against the right team, either Shaker or Cleveland Heights, of at least tying for that league title.
And they are a 3 seed in the upcoming Division I Elyria Catholic Sectional District Tournament. Steals back and forth. Lorain Titans with the basketball. They get it to Gnesic. Open 6-footer on the baseline. Halfway in, but it popped out to Fairley.
Rob, I didn't get a chance to see the seeds. I knew there were 3. Magnificat was obviously up there. And
Mags was the 1 and Westlake number 2.
Okay. 4?
Don't remember off the top of my head. And we have carrying the ball. We'll go on Kirksey. So that I may have brought that. I was going to talk about
Magnificat, obviously, because they played Lorain High, and that was a good game. Lorain High had Mags by 10 or so in the third quarter and then just couldn't hang on to finish it out. So, I mean, that's well-deserved for Magnificat.
Gnesic misses the shot. Here's the 4 seeds. Number 1, Magnificat. 2, Westlake. 3, Lorain. And number 4 will be Avon.
Okay.
Lorain will begin the tournament play. We're talking about the Varsity Division I tournament at Elyria Catholic this year. It'll be Wednesday, February 22nd at 7:30. They'll take on the winner of the first-round matchup between Olmsted Falls and North Ridgeville.
Okay.
3:32 to go in the basketball game. A timeout for Warren Harding. The Titans lead it by a score of 27-14 as you get a look at the Harding huddle.
And that gives us another opportunity to mention the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Pay close attention to the following. Don't get a 3-second call with low interest rates on your investments. Step up to the line and shoot your way to success at the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. We'll fast break the competition so you will win the financial game of interest. Choose a CD and watch your APY score the max. You'll score a goal every time when you call Lorain School Employees Credit Union at 282-4600, 282-4600, or stop by at 4459 Oberlin Avenue, 4459 Oberlin Avenue, Suite 101. Neil Summers, great place. I'm a customer.
During the timeout, you just saw Ashley Allville chatting with Genesis Rivera, as there's one of our officials talking with the scores table. As we are in the fourth quarter. Titans lead at 27-14. Teams break the huddles. 3:32 to go in this basketball game.
Nice to have that second camera down there, Joe Bach, on the baseline. Sweet.
Guys doing a good job down there. Glad we could bring this to you on WLCS TV 20. The pass is intercepted. They wrestle for the basketball. It's still loose on the floor, and Warren Harding will maintain possession for now. And then another tie-up as Gniezek got in there. Alternating possession arrow gives the ball to Warren Harding. See the young lady who will be inbounding for the Lady Raider freshman, Kirksey. Her inbound to DePaula. DePaula missed the shot. Rivera fights for the rebound, and the alternating possession gives it to Lorain. 3:14 to play. Titans lead at 27-14. Rivera to inbound. Bob, I didn't really get a chance to ask you, but at this level, what are some of the different things that you're looking for?
Passing, catching,
Yeah.
organized. Can you be coached? Defensively, step slide, a little bit of off-the-ball principles. Eventually in the freshman year, shots have to get corrected a little bit at both the boys and the freshmen, especially the freshmen boys, because they're strong enough now to shoot it properly. But you have to work on the shots. But just ball skills, pass, catch, dribble.
We've seen that from the Titans tonight.
Yeah, we have. I have seen that. Very few turnovers. See, you have to switch those out of bounds plays.
That's something you can work on.
When they pick in front of you, there's no reason to, go with your man if they're going to go set a pick.
Serena Lyons with the easy layup, 27-16.
But for example, I think at a freshman practice, if the practice is an hour and a half or 2 hours, for 45 minutes, 40 minutes has to be shooting the basketball, and not just spot shooting from anywhere, shooting the basketball from areas of the floor where you think you're going to get shooting opportunities in your offense.
Carmen Cordero makes a basket for Lorain to make it 29-16. They didn't put Warren Harding's points on the scoreboard after the last basket, but it is 29-16. Scoreboard is not right, so try to get that corrected on our television monitor. 2:10 to play in the game. 29-16 Titans lead. With the basketball, DePaula. She'll get it inside. Shot goes up, no good. It's tipped and out of bounds. It'll be Warren Harding basketball. 2:04 to play in the freshman game. And inbounding the basketball will be Russell. Gets it to DePaula. Her runner is long. Battle for the rebound. DePaula has it. Gets tied up. Loses it. Comes out to Fairley. Fairley with the basketball. Coast to coast. Laid it up and in. Tanija Fairley makes it 31-16.
I see a number of the gals on the Lorain High club that have some pretty good ball skills.
31.
Pass, catch, dribble, can bring it.
31-16. Titans by 15. Jump shot goes up and in, and making that basket on the turnaround is Ladina Simpson. And it's 31-18. On the right side, shot goes up. Missing that one was Cordero with 1:20 to play. Dribbling to Paula.
That's a charge.
And they didn't call it. There's a jumper that's long, and Cordero with a rebound for the Titans. 1 minute, 10 seconds to play, and we're going to get a whistle on a timeout as Ashley Allville saw that the Titans were in trouble in the backcourt, so she'll take the timeout with 1:10 to play in the ball game. Titans lead at 31-18.
I didn't mention first time around, Rob, that Joe Ferment Chevrolet is sponsoring that Junior Titans basketball day. That's Joe Ferment Chevy. And again, it's Wednesday, February 15th in the Lorain High School Gymnasium. Doors open at 4:15. Third graders will start versus Amherst at 5 o'clock, fourth graders at 6, fifth graders at 7, sixth graders at 8. These Junior Titans teams are pretty good. We had them last year on Channel 20. There's some really outstanding players. It's $3 for adults, $2 for students, 10 and under free. There'll be no pass list or passes of any kind accepted that night. So that's Junior Titans basketball, sponsored by Joe Ferment. Wednesday, February 15. Doors open at 4:15 here in this gym.
And thanks to Joe Ferment Chevrolet for doing that.
Absolutely.
With the basketball are the Titans. They get it to Gniezek, who's had a good game. Lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Lorain. They lead 31-18. And it'll be inbounding the ball. Nieto has been so impressive at point guard today. She'll lob it up top for Cordero. Cordero can't get off the shot. She'll dribble. Looking. Got it back to Nieto. She'll step up and shoot. Miss it. Offensive rebound, Gniezek. And we get a whistle and the foul underneath.
This has been an enjoyable game, Rob. I mean, a lot of times at the lower levels, you got a lot of chaos and whistles blowing and turnovers, and there isn't any continuity to anything. And this has been quite the opposite. It's been enjoyable.
49 seconds to play in the basketball game. I agree with that. Get it inside. Now back on the perimeter. Driving in is Fairley. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound. Missing the shot was Rivera. They battle for it. Ball gets tipped out to Fairley, and she'll reset the offense. Nope, she's tried to put up the shot, and it's blocked and taken away by DePaula for Warren Harding. Under 30 seconds to play in the ball game. 33-18. Titans by 15. Jump shot goes up off the glass and rim, no good. Again, they fight for the rebound. Fairley has it with 18 seconds to go.
This game has been well officiated too, Rob. I mean, these officials are calling what they should call, and
well, it's a fine line. If you blew a whistle on every single play,
right?
They wouldn't be in time for school tomorrow.
Right. They've done a nice job.
You can't call everything, but you don't want it to get out of control.
And the tall, blondish official there is John Dillinger. He was quite a player at Lakewood High School about 10 years ago. Maybe it was longer than that. He was quite a player on a very good team.
Foul with 7 seconds to go. I remember that name.
Yeah, the two Fannin brothers. The older Fannin was Division I Player of the Year for the state his senior year. They're very good teams for Lakewood. It was in the late 90s.
And the Titans run out the clock, and the freshman Titans with a big win today. And the scoreboard says Titans win it by a final of 33-18. As you see the two teams getting together to shake hands. Congratulations to Coach Ashley Allville and the freshman basketball team from Lorain, as our final score was Lorain 33 and Warren Harding 18. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the junior varsity game. Again, our freshman game. You look at, there he is, the one and only Bob Schlembaker.
Yes.
Does anybody do it better? Well, he could slam it with the right hand right where he's at.
He's holding that wire. There you go.
Then, or I think he's going to get called for 3 seconds. He's in the lane too long. There he goes. He gets out of there. But our final score today in the freshman, it was Lorain 33, Warren 18. You're watching freshman girls basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
There you go.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.
This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
And it's time for junior varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20. Ron Polinsky along with the coach, Bob Raskich. Nathan Pardon's team for Lorain, Bob, they come in with an outstanding 11-5 record. And we're underway as the Titans and the Raiders start the basketball game. I was downstairs getting some lineups and whatnot.
I would have done that.
You would have done that.
I would, sure, I would have. My fault.
Titans, or I should say Warren Harding inbounds. You can already see the speed of this one.
Yeah, well,
faster than the freshman game we saw earlier. There's an inbounds and a basket.
Wow, out of bounds.
Jackie Williamson. Let's get you the starting five for the Titans. Mackenzie Stoika will be starting with Angelique Flores, also Destiny Wilson, Ashley Malone, and Alexis Huff. And with the basketball is Flores. Flores in the backcourt, double teamed, in some trouble. Team's trailing 2-0. Gets the pass ahead, to her teammate. They get it inside to Huff. She misses inside. And Warren Harding with the rebound. And
big difference. If you watch the freshman game that we had on earlier, and as you move up level to level, just the difference in team speed, game speed, I think it's greater from the freshman to the JV than it is from the JV to the varsity. You can really notice it here already.
For Warren Harding to begin the basketball game is Jackie Williamson, Troy Simpson, Zari Diggs, Moesha Parks, and Emily Stevens. So those are the starting fives for today's teams. Again, Lorain with a record of 11-5. I asked the coach from Warren Harding, Coach Emma Simpson, Coach, what's your record? She said, I don't remember. That tells me they're not 11-5.
Well, but they're very aggressive, trapping a zone defense here with a lot of ball pressure on the perimeter.
Flores driving in over Stevens, off the glass and in, and we're tied at 2. Angelique Flores with a basket. We're tied at 2. You're right. This team a little bit faster at this level. And Warren Harding dribbling it out of bounds will give the ball back to Lorain, and that's Moesha Parks.
I was just impressed with Warren Harding, kind of like a diamond press here, with how hard they play also, just that first couple of possessions.
Quickly end-to-end, missing the shot for the Titans was Malone.
Travel.
And we get a travel. We'll give the ball back to Lorain.
We do have 2 officials.
We do. Same 2 from our freshman game.
I want to just point out, because I'm a Lakewood resident, the taller of the 2, he's about 6'4". He was on a really good team in the late 90s at Lakewood.
See him there on your screen right now.
They lost to St. Ed's in the district finals. The St. Ed's team that went to the state tournament on a buzzer beater with 3 seconds left. Really a nice team. Last time Lakewood really had a good team. They were good. Big, could shoot it, skilled, very nice.
Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Titan basketball. We're tied at 2, 5:27 to go in the first quarter. Rob Polinsky, Bob Raskich, and again we have the club, the Lorain High boys and girls that are in the club program here doing all the video work. Ashley Malone misses the shot, got her own rebound, put it up, missed it. They fight for the rebound. You see him in the paint, and that's Emily Stevens for Warren Harding with a rebound.
That crew is well fed. I think Joe Bach treated everybody to pizza. I saw that going on.
You mean I'm busy working, getting all this stuff done?
They were chowing
you guys,
down.
And these guys are chowing down. And did anybody remember me?
No.
I gave you a bunch of love in the first game. Did you remember me when you guys were chowing down? No, they don't remember me.
Joe took care of them.
Wow. All I know is when I got to do a game with Joe Tate in Norwalk, Joe Tate ate pizza and I did all the work.
Were you in on the game?
This was years ago.
All righty.
There's a lob in Warren Harding with the basketball. Moesha Parks has it. Parks at the midcourt line. We're tied at 2. Guarded by Ashley Malone, and she gets steal, or almost had it stolen, and Warren Harding comes away with it. It's Troy Simpson with the basketball. Foul line jumper off the glass and in. Troy Simpson, her first 2, and Warren Harding leads it 4-2.
Boy, Warren Harding really gets into their press, too. It's a diamond press. They're going to trap the first pass, jump the passing lanes off that trap.
They get it to Huff. Huff with a jumper off the glass and rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Malone missed it from 6 feet, and Warren Harding with a rebound. They've gotten some shots from in the paint, the Titans, but they can't get them dropping the early going.
As good as I think the Warren Harding pressure is, the Titans have been able to beat it and get down and get a decent shot.
Parks into the forecourt. They get it to the foul line to Troy Simpson. Simpson inside to Emily Stevens, off the glass and in, and Warren Harding leads it 6-2. 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. In the backcourt with the basketball.
Somebody better cut to help.
That's Flores. Flores got it into the forecourt. Bounce pass to Stoika. Stoika with a jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, and then losing it to Stevens. We're very close to getting the offensive rebound was Destiny Wilson. And we have a whistle in the backcourt.
We're in for a game here.
Yeah, foul on Ashley Malone.
You can just tell their athleticism and their guard play is pretty good on both ends, both the offensive end and the defensive end.
Coach Pardon with a couple of substitutions for the Titans, Bob. Checking in for the first time this evening is Destiny Reddick and also Kathleen Kovac.
Titans going back to his zone, switching back to his zone. They were playing man-to-man up to this point in time. But that pressure concept, I think, at the girls' level is a way to win because you can really exploit offensive skill level. I don't understand why every varsity girls team doesn't really, crank up the heat and play full court because you can really score off that defense in the girls' game.
Jumper, a three in the corner, is going to be blocked by Reddick. They get it into Stevens. Stevens had her shot, and she was fouled. She'll go to the line for two. And the foul that time on Destiny Wilson.
Well, that gives us an opportunity to mention Joe Bach's crew, Terry Trout's crew, Bob Schlembaker's crew tonight. They're well fed there. The names are Hyatt Hernan, Jose Flores, Laban Puckett, Jonathan Santana, Zach Truman, and Spyridon Golgus. They are doing a great job manning all the cameras and switchers and computers and everything else that's going on, and really enjoying their help tonight.
I know this, 100 years ago when I was in high school, I would have loved an opportunity like this.
Absolutely.
To have these sort of resources that the Lorain City schools have, and for the kids to be able to do it, I think it's great. Emily Stevens makes 1 out of 2 free throws, and Warren Harding leads at 7-2.
You know, and I know there isn't another district in the state showing freshman JV boys and girls basketball.
Shot goes up, no good by Stoika. Then we have a return and a foul as taking the jump shot and going to the foul line is Destiny Reddick. So Reddick at the line for 2. First one is up, and that's going to be short. 3:16 to go in the first quarter. Titans trail at 7-2. Glad you could join us on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Reddick again trying to go 1 out of 2.
Get in there.
Round ribbon out. Rebound Emily Stevens for Warren Harding. Her outlet pass goes off the hands of her intended receiver, and it's intercepted by Flores. Over to Stoika. Stoika on the three-point line. Nice pass inside. Reddick can't finish the shot. Back outside. Jumper goes up off the glass and rim. No good. Where they are missing from point-blank range. Kathleen Kovac couldn't get it to drop. They're getting some good shots, Bob, but in the early going, can't get them to drop.
And they're handling the defensive heat pretty well.
The pass for Emily Stevens, and it turns into a wrestling match, as it will be a foul. No, I'm sorry, alternating possession here on the jump ball, and it'll stay with Warren Harding. 2 coaches for the JVs for Lorain. It is Nathan Pardon, and you see him there standing in your television. Nathan standing there, and for Warren Harding, Emma Simpson. Baseline right, they get it up top, working around the perimeter, a long 3, a wild shot, that's an air ball off the glass. Rebound to Troy Simpson, though.
This is a pretty well coached Warren Harding team. They have a good offensive concept here. They space the floor, play with a purpose. That's well done there. Make yourself available.
Shot goes up, no good. Stevens had the rebound, lost it. Jump ball, give it to Lorain this time.
You know, spacing in basketball and ball reversal from one side of the floor is so important. Rob, you hit on it in that first game about how zones do not check out and rebound as well as man. But if you space the floor and have skill level so you could beat people off a dribble, that also is very disruptive to those checkout assignments because backline help's got to come from the back line, completely disrupts any checkout opportunities. Rebounding the ball becomes very difficult.
2 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. There's a steal by the pressure of Warren Harding, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. So Warren Harding's able to get a steal. Moesha Parks was fouled. Neither team in a bonus as we're still in the first quarter. Warren Harding leading 7-2, and they will inbounds. It'll be Jackie Williamson to inbound.
Off to the ball, gals. You're too close to your man. Get off to the ball.
Williamson with the inbounds. It's knocked away, and it's going to be stolen. Good denial there by Kovac. They get it ahead to Destiny Wilson, and then Wilson lost it. And Warren Harding comes away with the basketball. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Harding leading at 7-2. With a dribble, Troy Simpson. Left side, dribbling on the baseline, putting the shot up, no good. Missing that one was Jackie Williamson, and the rebound comes down to Flores for Lorain. Flores quickly into the forecourt, behind the back with a dribble. Back outside the Kovac, outside the three-point line. She goes cross-court to Stoika. Stoika at the foul line. The runner in the lane missed it. Offensive rebound, up and in. And hitting that shot is Destiny Wilson. Makes it 7-4. Minute 20 to go in the first quarter. Looks like a zone defense now.
Yeah, they're playing some zone. Warren Harding didn't recognize it initially. Oh, I take that back. No, they're not. They're playing man. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It looks like it's kind of both, to be honest with you. Or you could say neither.
Right.
It goes out of bounds. It depends on your perspective.
And once again, I'm just a proponent at this level and at the freshman level to play man-to-man. If you break a game down, probably 30% of the time you're not playing defense in a half court. You're playing defense in transition. And if you teach good man-to-man principles in the half court, you'll be a better transition defender. You can always learn to go back and play zone. But
shot goes up, no good by Reddick. It will go out of bounds to Warren Harding.
Yeah, and you'll be a better zone player if you have good man-to-man fundamentals.
Rob Polinsky, Bob Braskich here from Lorain. Junior varsity basketball tonight on WLCS TV 20. Titans down 7-4 with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Troy Simpson with the basketball. Simpson on the three-point line, back outside, gets the basketball to Jackie Williamson. And on the drive, a basket and a foul. That's Moesha Parks, just a freshman, gets the basket and a foul. She'll be at the line for one. Makes it 9-4, Warren Harding.
That gives us an opportunity to mention and thank Joe Ferment for helping to sponsor the Junior Titans basketball Wednesday, February 15th, right here in the Lorain High School gym, starting at 5 o'clock. Doors open at 4:15. The third grade Junior Titans, fourth grade, fifth grade, and finally at 8 o'clock, the sixth grade Junior Titans will all play. It's going to be a great evening. $3 for adults, $2 for students, 10 and under free. Joe Ferment sponsoring Junior Titans basketball.
Parks missed the free throw, but got the steal and put it in. So for Moesha Parks, it was a 4-point play for all intents and purposes. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Kovac launches a long one. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Reddick inside to Wilson. Missed it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that is going to do it for the first quarter. After one quarter, it is Warren Harding 11 and the Lorain Titans 4 as the teams walk off the floor to sit on the bench and listen to their coaches. That's the end of the first quarter. Again, our score, you see it on your television screen. Warren Harding 11, Lorain 4. You're watching WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
My wife and I think our son drinks too much. We hate to see him wasting his life. A therapist told us to try Al-Anon family groups where we can find understanding and support. He was right. It means a lot to be with people who understand what you're going through. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group meeting from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
And the start of the second quarter, Warren Harding on top 11-4. Rob Polinsky, Bob Braskich under the direction of Joe Bach. We bring you junior varsity girls basketball on WLCS TV 20. A jump ball, and Lorain will get the ball. And Bob, they trail 11-4. And,
well, we're in a little trouble here. I'm impressed with the Harding defense. They're organized offensively. They're very athletic. I thought there was a nice move on Lorain High's part to come out and change defenses after the quarter. Trapped and, forced the turnover.
Angelique Flores with the basketball. Gets it to Huff. Huff at the foul line. Huff on the drive. Huff put it up, missed it. Let's get you the 5 on the floor for the Titans to begin the second quarter. Flores, Huff, Malone, Reddick, and Wilson are the 5 young ladies out there for Nathan Pardon's team. Warren Harding with it into the forecourt. Simpson had her pass stolen by Malone. Malone into the forecourt. Wow. Malone to the hole, put it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Huff. She puts it up and in.
Big basket right there for Lorain High.
Lexus Huff makes it 11-6.
We're going to trap the first pass and two on the ball and 3 in the passing lanes.
And they're all over the ball at midcourt. Troy Simpson dribbling out of trouble. Gets the ball to a teammate, and that's a new teammate into the basketball game. Had it stolen away.
Yeah, just not there.
Chelsea DePaula, who we saw in the freshman game dressing for the JVs. It's 11-6. Warren Harding leads, 5:58 to go in the second quarter. So it's DePaula, Emily Stevens also into the game to start this quarter. Zari Diggs. They threw it over her head and out of bounds. That'll go to Lorain. Also on the floor, Troy Simpson and Moesha Parks. Those are the 5 for Warren Harding to begin the second quarter.
Well, this little change in defense is coming out with the trap right across the 10-second line has been effective thus far in 3 straight possessions.
For the Titans, Destiny Wilson. Cross court to Ashley Malone. Malone on the drive. Malone.
Oh, yeah, that was well done.
What a move by Ashley Malone.
That's what ball reversal does. When you get the ball from one side of the floor to the other and attack the defense as it's closing out, that's what happens.
And that should be an over and back.
That should be an over and
Boy,
back.
they missed it. DePaula on the drive. DePaula with a runner in the lane and in.
Yeah, well, that's the chance you take when you're going to do all that trapping up at the top.
13-8 into the forecourt. Here come the Titans with a dribble. Is Flores. Flores with a bounce pass that we're traveling with it as she tried to run it down with Destiny Reddick.
We're in that situation again where the Lorain High is not recognizing the defense and consequently doesn't know what offense to run and is standing. And well, I'll just go back to what we've said so many times. If you have any question, run your man offense. It'll work against the zone, sometimes better than your zone offense. You don't want to stand, though, and defense yourself.
Around the perimeter, they get it to DePaula. DePaula inside the three-point line. Bounce pass for Emily Stevens. Loose on the floor. Huff had it. They lose control of it, and it's going to be a timeout. 2 Titans were fighting for the basketball, so Lorain gets it. They call a timeout, and you'll see them huddle up with Nathan Pardon, trailing 11-8.
And that gives us another opportunity to talk about Neil Summers and the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. So if you're employed or retired from Lorain City Schools, and if that answer is yes, you don't want a 3-second violation. You want to make sure that you're in the paint and you get the best possible return on your CD. I know I'm a customer there, and I know their rates are half point right now, better than any of the commercial banks locally. It's a great place to borrow. It's a great place to save. That's Neil Summers, 282-4600, and address is 4459 Oberlin Avenue, Suite 101. Neil was at the game last night. We had a ball last night. That boys' game against Shaw we had some very entertaining moments, and did see Neil in the stands.
And the inbound, we're going to get a foul on the inbound, as it is a foul on Emily Stevens of Warren Harding. And it was good for the Titans boys varsity, as Bob alluded to, ending that 3-game losing streak and defeating Shaw on Tuesday night.
You know, really coming off a tough loss to Massillon, Washington at the buzzer.
Dribbling the ball on the baseline as Flores gets cut off, and her pass is going to be stolen away. Steal by Zari Diggs. Zari into the forecourt. Pass for Troy Simpson. Simpson eludes the defender. Got it into DePaula. DePaula back outside to Diggs. Zari puts it up from 3, around rim and out. Halfway in and out, and the rebound is ripped down for Lorain by Destiny Reddick. Reddick rips it down, gets it to Flores. Flores into the forecourt to Wilson. Cross court, Ashley Malone drives and scores, and a foul. We've seen that move from her before tonight.
That was an exact duplicate. And again, great things happen when you get the ball moved from one side of the floor to the other because the defense is coming to you, closing out. They're committed. You read that and attack the basket. They're out of position. Well done.
Mackenzie Stoika back in, and coming out for the Titans is Destiny Reddick. 13-10. The Warren Harding lead is cut to 3. And we see Ashley Malone at the line trying to complete a 3-point play. No, off the back of the rim. Rebound, run down by Warren Harding in the corner. Just back into the game, Clarissa McKinney. On the left side, they get it to Moesha Parks. Parks is double teamed. Parks will throw it into the stands. They gives the ball back to Lorain. Boy, as good as Warren Harding looked in the first quarter, wheels kind of falling off the wagon in the second.
Trapping defense by Lorain High. What they're doing is they're trapping the first pass, and then everybody's jumping into the passing lane. They're trying to take away obviously one pass away. It's a gambling defense because you'll pay sometimes by giving up a layup if it's beaten, especially off a dribble penetration. But that's been the difference.
Huff with the basketball. Huff back outside to Stoika. I'm sorry, to Malone. Oh, they get it to Ashley Malone. They try to get it into Huff. She was double-teamed. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Titan basketball with 3:24 to go in the half. Titans up, or trailing 13-10, but Bob, their defense is much better this quarter, much more aggressive. They gave up 11 points in the first quarter, 2 in the second.
Trapping defenses in the girls' game can be deadly.
Malone missed the jumper, and the rebound falls into the hands of Chelsea DePaula of Warren Harding.
There's the trap.
Simpson,
there's the turnover.
There's the turnover. Loose on the floor, comes down to Malone. She'll get it to Stoika, who hands it right back off to Malone. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Titans down by 3. A chance to tie it. Shot goes up and in. And we're tied at 13. Destiny Wilson.
I'm a little surprised that Warren Harding hasn't taken a timeout.
That wasn't a 3?
I thought it was. They only put 2 up.
Oh, my bad. I thought for sure that was a 3.
I thought it was too. But once again, the trap and run through the next passing lane.
Here we go. Let's look.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe the right foot. Maybe the right foot was. That's a great replay. It's brought to us by Lorain Schools Employees Credit Union. My bad. Even with the glasses, my eyes still are bad. Simpson with a jumper off the glass and in and out of bounds. It'll go to the Titans. They trail 13-12 with 2:39. Looked like her right big toe might have been on the 3-point line. So a good job by our officials. You should know by now. Don't listen to what I have to say. Malone with it.
Good entry pass.
Cross court. Jumper goes up and in, and the Titans lead.
Moving the ball from one side of the floor to the other. Warren Harding has to take a TO.
Destiny Wilson with the jumper.
Good job.
And Lorain leads at 14-13 with 2:24 to go.
You know, looking forward to that varsity game. I'm not going to be able to do it tonight. I know you're going to do it, Rob. Lorain High girls are in a great position. They only have 1 loss in the league, and you know, I know that they can play with Cleveland Heights and with Shaker. There's no doubt about it.
Had a chance to talk with head coach Mark Feldman in between games, and Mark told me that they won the first time this year at Warren Harding by 8. But the Warren Harding varsity team is very, very good. You're looking at some replays here. Is making that jumper to give her team the lead is Destiny Wilson right there. A perfect swish. And Mark said this should be a great varsity basketball game. And he's very excited to have Alex Harris back after she had a concussion. Missed the last couple of games. She won't start tonight, but she will play. And it'll be interesting to see how they work her back in. She was knocked out of a game about a week ago with a concussion.
Well, win out in league games, which is very possible for Lorain High, and you're guaranteed at least a share of the LEL title.
And it's a special night tonight once we have the varsity broadcast, as they are going to honor the seniors. It's senior night, final senior home game. Hard to believe.
Yeah, this season has really gone by, and the varsity girls have improved so much since the start of the year. Offensively, they really have.
Warren Harding with the basketball, down 1 with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the half. Chelsea DePaula left wing to Troy Simpson for 3. Missed it long. It will be out of bounds to Lorain.
Okay.
So Titan basketball up 1. They've had a great second quarter. They have outscored Warren Harding in the second quarter 10-2 to cut a 7-point deficit and turn it into a 1-point lead. Ball loose on the floor, and there's a steal by Emily Stevens. Cross court, she gets it to her teammate, Troy Simpson. Troy Simpson right-hand dribble. Back to the top by the midcourt line. DePaula. Chelsea DePaula.
See, Harding is confused right now offensively. They're not sure what to do.
There was a pass for Stevens that gets knocked out of bounds. Good job at denying the passing lanes by the Titans defenders.
Okay, gals, get off toward the ball. Okay.
Lob it into Simpson. Simpson top of the key. They get it to Emily Stevens at the foul line. Tries to drive in, had it knocked away. And it will be out of bounds to Lorain.
Okay, all right.
Say no foul, we'll just give you the ball.
Yeah. Well, even though you knocked it out, we're going to give it to you. But justice was served.
Well, our officials are tired. They did the freshman game too. Huff gets it to Stoika. Stoika across the timeline. Lorain by 1. Stoika had it knocked from out of bounds by Simpson. It will be Lorain basketball with 1:21 to go in the half. Titans lead at 14-13. Glad you could join us for girls JV basketball on WLCS TV 20. Rob Polinsky, Bob Braskich here with you, along with the video crew. There's a three in the corner by Flores, and it's good.
That's a play I generally don't like. The inbounder receives steps inbound after receiving a pick for the long three, which I think is the worst shot in basketball, but it worked that time.
Angelique Flores with that three makes it 17-13 Titans. And we have a foul on the Titans. As here you see the replay. Huff will get it to Malone. Malone right back. They set the screen. A wide open Flores, and she hits it from downtown.
Very popular out of bounds play. Inbound it, receive the pick, step in bounds, get it back.
Malone comes out of the basketball game. On the right wing. Jump shot goes up. It's a short. Emily Stevens fought for the rebound. It goes out of bounds.
Now Warren Harding's going to trap the first pass here and try to. They were going to trap. Too far to close out and backed off. That was a good decision.
Tanija Fairley into the game for the first time for the Titans. The basketball, Flores had it knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go to Warren Harding. A turnover. 42 seconds to go in the half. The Titans leading 17-13, where they have had a great second quarter, outscoring Warren Harding 15-2 to totally turn this game around. Simpson looking in the corner to DePaula, found Stevens. Had her shot blocked from behind. What a block that time for Kathleen Kovac. Ahead to Fairley, out of bounds it will be. The basketball will go to Lorain, and I'm sorry, that was 21 with the block. It was Destiny Wilson. Destiny Wilson had that block down court, and that gave Lorain this opportunity. Under 30 seconds to play. Titans by 4. They kick it in. There's the shot by Wilson off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound is going to get knocked out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Warren Harding. 19.9 seconds to go in the half. Here's the replay, I believe, of the block shot that you're going to see here. Look at that, coming from behind and making a great effort and a block by Destiny Wilson. And thanks to the video crew getting us these replays.
Outstanding.
That's awesome.
This crew, we'll mention their names again in the second half. They are doing a great job.
Ball gets knocked out of bounds to Lorain with 10 seconds to go in the half. You and I have the hard job. We just got to remember to look at the monitor once in a while so we can tell the people about the replays. Inbound to Huff. Huff looks. Gets it ahead to Wilson. Wilson gets knocked off the ball, gets it back. Back to Flores, 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
1 second. Hurry up. She gets it. Oh! Rubbing out almost. And our score at halftime, it is Lorain 17, Warren Harding 13, as the two teams head into the locker rooms. We'll take this time out. I want to remind you again that you're watching Junior Varsity Girls Basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Plant inspiration. Provide youth with the creative tools and skills to cultivate it. And you'll be amazed at what can grow. Adobe Youth Voices and the Peapod Foundation. Learn more at plantandinspire.org.
And start of the third quarter, Warren Harding trailing 17-13 by driving in, and you say they had a set play to begin with. There's a foul, but going to the free throw line for the Warren Harding Lady Raiders is going to be Moesha Parks. You can see Coach Simpson coming out of the halftime had a play immediately.
Yes.
Her team outscored 13-2 in the second quarter.
Right. Well, it was that trapping defense on that last sequence, so that's one of the few times tonight that the Lorain High help wasn't there on the block. It was late arriving, resulting in the foul.
Moesha Parks, line right. Her team down by 4, still down by 4 as you see her miss the free throws. For the Titans to begin the third quarter, Mackenzie Stoika, Ashley Malone. You've also got Flores, Huff, and the fifth young lady
Arnold?
on the floor is Destiny Wilson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Arnold will be in the varsity game. Free throw, second free throw, up and in. Moesha Parks. Warren Harding will start the second half with Emily Stevens, Moesha Parks.
That's why I was thinking Arnold. I'll mention again, Brian Corey asked me to. Leisha Arnold, varsity player and quite a track star. just signed and received a full scholarship to Lake Erie College. Congratulations to her.
Stoika misses the shot. Malone with the return, up and in. Also on the floor for Warren Harding to begin the third quarter, Troy Simpson, Zari Diggs, and Jackie Williamson. And the player falls down, making the catch, Troy Simpson, so she traveled. Give the ball back to Lorain Lady Titans. You see it there on the television screen, up 19-14. Ron Polinsky, Bob Braskich here as we begin the opening moments of quarter number 3.
And Lorain High sticking with that trapping defense and then running through that passing lane, one pass away. I think that's just good basketball, good backup right there.
Flores with a nice bounce pass into Malone, who was fouled. I love that back cutting and bounce passing, and that's a great bounce pass from Angelique Flores to her teammate Ashley Malone.
But Rob, I've often thought that at the girls' level, as I've watched the games and done the games for years, that again, and it might blow up in my face, but whichever defense we were in at any given time, we would always take away the first entry pass by denying that, forcing the offense to do something they haven't practiced, take them out of their comfort zone, something they're not accustomed to, and that's pretty much what's happening here. But we're doing it with a trap, and then we're taking away that first pass. Very effectively has turned this game around.
Malone makes 1 out of 2 free throws. I think they call that making them go to plan B.
Right, exactly. Players don't like to go to plan B.
Simpson with the shot, no good. Stevens with a return, no, but she's fouled. 5:51 to go in the third quarter, 20-14. Titans by 6 as Malone made 1 of the 2 free throws. Stops the clock with 5:51 to go in the third quarter. And it'll be Emily Stevens towing the line for Warren Harding. Stevens taking a lot of time, puts it up, and missed it off the rim. Stevens will try to make 1 out of 2. Her team trails by 6. Opening moments, there you get that good look from the baseline camera. We have multiple cameras here tonight as the club does this game. Second free throw, missed them both, and the rebound comes down to the Titans. Flores gets it to Malone. Malone in the corner. Back to Flores. Flores gets a screen from Huff. An open 3, she'll launch it and hit it.
Yes!
Huff with the screen. Flores had time to measure that and splash it in. A perfect 3-point field goal.
This game has really turned around.
Titans with their biggest lead of the night at 9. Remember, they trailed 11-4 after 1 quarter. There's a steal. Flores has it, puts it up, no good. They fight for the rebound. It'll go to Lorain because getting the ball out of bounds was Zari Diggs. It really has. It was 11-4 Warren Harding after 1 quarter. So they've been outscored 19-3 since then.
Wow.
And we're going to see Stoika come out. And for the JV team, as you see the replay of Flores' 3-pointer, Reddick makes that 3. Huff on the inbounds, puts the shot up at short. Stevens with a rebound for Warren Harding. Boy, Bob, the Lady Raiders are ice cold since
they are. Well, here comes the trap. She got rid of it before the trap, but that's been the key.
And I know is the glass half full or empty, however you look at it, but you got to give some credit to the Lorain defense for turning the game around.
It's been the key. There's no question about it.
We're going to have a tie-up, and they have a jump ball alternating possession arrow.
That and, when Warren Harding had that diamond press on, as we're going to see right now again, we've done a pretty good job handling this. They want to trap the pass and jump in the passing lanes. We've handled this pretty well.
Flores with the basketball just across midcourt, and did she go over and back? No, it's a timeout. Now, Coach Pardon realized this team was in trouble, and he takes a timeout, and that gives you a time to salute the camera crew.
It sure does. Spiridon, Gulgas, these are all the students from Lorain High that are helping us out tonight with all the technical issues. Hyatt Hernan, Jose Flores, Laban Puckett, Jonathan Santana, Zach Truman, and they're under the tutelage of Terry Trout and Bob Schlembaker, and of course the one and only Joe Bach. They're doing a great job. Wonderful.
And they work for pizza.
They work for pizza. They were chowing down. Joe took care of them between games, and they're well fed and happy. Everybody's at their post, at their station. The camera works good. Wonderful.
Inbounding the basketball Titans have it. That's Flores in the backcourt. Titans lead 23-14 with 4:45 to go in the third quarter.
Nice back cut.
Yes, they get it to Malone. They've done that play a couple times. Flores has that bounce pass down pat to Malone.
That's the kind of skill level that you work on at this level.
Malone went for the steal, knocked it out of bounds, and now you get the sense, too, that the Titans are playing with a lot of confidence.
They are, no question about it.
They lead 25-14.
They want to trap that ball, and they can't wait to run through that passing lane.
Warren Harding with the basketball. Moesha Parks on the right wing to Troy Simpson. Cross court, they get it back to Parks, over to Simpson. Lorain aggressive defensively. Yeah. They knock it out of bounds, and going for that steal was Destiny Rennick.
You know, you kind of felt, Rob, at the beginning of the game, Warren Harding was the more aggressive of the two teams, and it's really turned around.
4:16 to play in the third. Titans lead at 25-14. I agree with you.
There's the trap, and now they're looking to run through that passing lane.
Simpson looks to pass, does so. Gets it on the right wing. The pass gets thrown away, as throwing it away was Jackie Williamson. She put a little too much mustard on that pass.
Just trapping pressure defense at the. And hindsight always being 20/20, and I may be wrong, but I just don't understand why every team doesn't play that way at the girls' level. You will earn so much more scoring punch from your defense than you would really any other way. And it just seems obvious to me.
Is it tough to coach it?
Oh, yeah, it is tough to coach it. It's tough to get kids to buy in. You need numbers. You can't just do it with 5 players. And
Malone missed the jumper. The rebound is up, and no good by Reddick, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
But, you know, it's something you got to work on. I remember Kevin Mackey, obviously everybody knows Kevin from Cleveland State, and we would talk about it for hours, and he just would describe it as 2 on the ball and 3 in the passing lanes. And then, obviously, when the ball's passed out of that trap, you'd have to know how to scramble, and you have to teach that. And there's a lot to it. And of course, the easiest thing to do when you're coaching at the girls' level is to just put them back in a 2-3 zone, pack it back in with everybody with a foot in the paint, and that's real easy. But that certainly isn't as effective as what I see the Lorain High girls doing right now, and they're not doing it in the full court. They're doing it after the ball crosses the 10-second line, just as effective.
Reddick made 1 of the 2 free throws. Lorain leads 26-14. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. Simpson had her pass stolen away. Young lady just into the game for the first time, Selly Cortez. Cortez with a steal, gets it to Flores. Flores into the forecourt. We have a whistle and a blocking foul, a push on the Lady Raider defender. And that foul goes on Troy Simpson. So Lorain inbound in front of the Titan bench. It'll be Destiny Reddick to trigger the offense. She will get it to Malone. Malone with the basketball. 3:25 to go in the third. Lady Titans by a dozen. Huff at the foul line. Huff with a tough jumper off the glass and rim, no good. And a rebound, Jackie Williamson for Warren Harding. Get it ahead to Troy Simpson. Simpson, nice pass to Williamson. Missed the shot, but she'll go to the line. Nice penetration and a good pass from Troy Simpson.
Well, we can talk about the Joe Ferment sponsoring Junior Titans basketball Wednesday, February 15th, right here in the Lorain High School gym. The doors will open at 4:15. You will see the third graders at 5 o'clock, the fourth graders at 6, the fifth graders at 7, the sixth graders at 8. These are all really good teams, well coached too. We've had them before. The Junior Titans, they're worth watching. That's Wednesday, February 15th. Doors open here at 4:15. Tickets $3 for adults, $2 for students. 10 and under will be free. Way to bring it.
Williamson missed both free throws. Malone at the other end had a knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Titans. And we'll have those games for you on WLCS TV 20. Come out, watch the 3rd through 6th graders, and then Joe Bach will put it on TV later. Reddick to Flores. Flores for 3. She's made 1 earlier. Missed that one. Malone with a return in the paint off the back of the rim. No good. They fight for the rebound. It comes out to Flores. They'll reset the offense with 2:45 to go in the third. Titans still up 26-14. That's Selly Cortez. Back to Flores. Flores at the foul line. Flores is going to dribble in. Lost it on the way up. Out of bounds to Warren Harding. Flores trying to tell the official it was knocked out of bounds by a Warren Harding player, but the official wasn't going to buy into that. Angelique, you got to learn how to sell it. And here comes Warren Harding trailing 26-14.
Okay, up by 12. I think the Titans are taking off the heat. They're packing that 2-3 zone back in. No more traps, no more running through the passing lane.
9-1 in the third quarter, Lorain with the advantage. Simpson with the basketball. Simpson into the paint, had it knocked away, loose on the floor, picked up by Reddick. Reddick and Simpson fight for it, and we have a whistle, and they get tied up. And the alternating possession arrow, Warren Harding will keep possession with 2:10 to play in the third quarter. Boy, in the middle quarter so far, Warren Harding has scored 3 points.
Now, well, it's going to be interesting to see now. If the Titans just go back and pack this zone in, let's just see. We'll do a little unscientific study here. Will the scoring for Warren Harding pick up after the heat is taken off? My guess it will.
Elena Ganisic checks into the game for the first time, and immediately she gets called for the foul. Elena Ganisic, we saw her in the freshman game. She gets a chance to play here in the junior varsity contest. 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Inbound to Simpson. Simpson with the basketball. Simpson cross court to Moesha Parks. Parks in between the circles. Gets it to Stevens. Right back to Parks on a give and go. Went off of her hands, and Ashley Malone with the steal. Malone with a bounce pass for Huff, and Huff traveled. Yeah.
Darn it.
Minute 51 to go in the third.
Well, Ashley Malone looks like a strong player to me. I mean, she brought the ball a couple times tonight, at a high rate of speed, very much under control. And then on reversal in the first half, twice she really attacked the basket and attacked the defensive closeout. She definitely has some potential.
And when we look back, that was at the time of the game Lorain was struggling. Right. And I thought her baskets got them into the game and got their offense going.
She kind of has, an explosive quickness to her.
And then, like you say, the hard part is to harness that and keep it under control, which she's able to do. Simpson with the basketball, cross court with a pass that gets knocked out to Parks. Parks dribbles in, puts it up over Huff, no good. Stevens with a return, no, but she'll go to the line for 2. Stops the clock with 1:24 to play in the third.
I'm shocked because it was 11-3.
Yes.
We're now at a 23-3 run.
End of the quarter, it was 11-4 for Warren Harding.
11-4, okay. 22.
And there's a free throw.
Well, it'll be interesting now. I mean, I think Lorain High's taken the heat off, and it's going to let's see how the scoring picks up. We'll see if it proves our point tonight.
Warren Harding makes the free throw.
As Austin Carr always says, pressure bursts the pipe.
Second free throw up, no good. Offensive, or I should say, rebound for Lorain by Destiny Reddick. They lose control, loose on the floor, a jump ball, and they're going to give it to Warren Harding on the alternating possession arrow. Minute 17 to go in the third. So it'll be Jackie Williamson to trigger the offense for Harding.
Switch that. You have to switch that.
And the inbound, we're going to get a traveling violation. Give the ball back to Warren Harding as Reddick got the steal, but she traveled.
Okay, now if they, number one, we're too close to the offensive players. Now they were changing their play. They're going to run a line play here.
They look, they try to lob it into Stevens off her hand, stolen by Reddick. She'll hand it off to Ganisic, and we have a whistle and a timeout for Coach Pardon. A minute 11 to go in the third quarter. We'll keep it here. Lorain leads at 26-15, and it's a time for Bob to tell us about our friends at Lorain Schools Employees Credit Union.
And, Neil on not only supports Channel 20, I mean, he comes out and watches the game. As I said, he was in the stands last night, and if you're employed or retired from the Lorain City Schools, you can really take an opportunity to do very well saving or borrowing. The credit union CD rate is a score every time, and when you call Lorain Schools Employees Credit Union and talk to Neil or anybody in the office there, you get answers right away. They're extremely organized, no red tape. I mean, I'm a customer there. I really like it. And all you have to do to get involved is call 282-4600. Again, best borrowing rates and saving rates around.
And we get a great shot of the Lorain huddle from our baseline cameraman who's down there working hard. And they move him right into the huddle there. And you see Nathan Pardon with his team surrounding him. It's a nice shot there.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to interrupt
Yo,
you, but I
no,
wanted
that's
to make sure
okay.
we
That's okay.
got that. See the young ladies there at the scores table.
And we just want to tell Joe we have to do this more often. Have the score supered as we do on the screen and multiple cameras. Let's do this more often.
Yeah, they're doing a great job here today. Again, the Lorain boys and girls that are in the club for Lorain TV here at Lorain High School. With the basketball, Huff has it. Huff, let's see, she travels. Now, if they would have had this when I was in high school, maybe I'd be a big TV star now instead of a radio guy.
Right.
But, I didn't have Joe Bach in Lorain City Schools. Stevens kicks it out on the right side, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds, and Warren Harding will keep it with 55 seconds to go in the third. Warren Harding with the ball, trailing by 11.
Oh, come on, you have to pick up.
Simpson, they whip it inside of Stevens. It went off of her, and Warren Harding keeps it. With the basketball is Parks. Parks dribbles in, put it up, no good. Huff gets the rebound for the Titans. Alex Huff into the forecourt to Malone. That was close to over and back.
I think it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she did the over part, but maybe. Malone, I'm trying to figure out how that wasn't. Malone is going to be fouled, as this game's been pretty physical.
It has been physical. I mean, when there's a loose ball on the floor, girls are all over it.
Substitution for the Titans. Aaliyah Anderson into the basketball game. Aaliyah Anderson comes in. I'm sorry, Aaliyah Anderson. We saw her earlier. Aaliyah, and she's into the game right now with 25 seconds to play in the third quarter. Malone gets a screen, beautiful pass, and they lay it up and in. And that is Elena Ganisic.
That's that same play we've seen before, a little high pick and roll at the top and then a back cut from the wing. This time it was from the other side of the floor. Well done.
Stevens in the paint. Stevens put it up in, and she's fouled. So Emily Stevens with an opportunity for a three-point play, Bob, with 10 seconds to play in the third.
Okay, our little theory, or at least my little theory, is proving to be accurate. And again, it's not very scientific, but since we've taken the pressure off, Warren Harding is at scoring opportunities. They're getting shots. Prior to that, when the heat was on, they couldn't get a shot off. They were completely out of their offense.
Rebound by Cortez.
Oh.
Clock, or dribbling it out of bounds is Malone. Give the ball back to Warren Harding. .3 seconds to go. Warren Harding will inbound in the backcourt, trailing by 11.
Okay, you have to pick up here. Containment pressure.
Looking, the bounce pass is stolen away by Reddick. Reddick with an opportunity before the end of the quarter. Put it up off the glass and rim, no good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. We've played 3 quarters of basketball in our JV game from Lorain as we get an opportunity to see Malone, as we'll see this replay at the end of the third quarter with that great pass to Ganisic. And after 3 quarters, our score, it's Lorain 28, Warren Harding 17. You're watching girls junior varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
We're going to have a big fight.
Hey, guys.
The strongest families are built one moment at a time. For more ways to make every day count, visit facebook.com/makeeverydaycount.
And we start the fourth quarter with Lorain out in front 28-17. They outscored Warren Harding 11-4 in the third quarter. So in the middle 2 quarters, 24-6, the advantage for the junior varsity Titans. That's how you turn a 7-point deficit into an 11-point lead.
Right.
Stoika with the jumper to start the fourth quarter, missed it, and a rebound comes out to the Lady Raiders. Parks has it. Parks on the drive. Parks all the way to the hole. Had her shot blocked. And what a job on the defensive block, Destiny Wilson. Destiny Wilson, Mackenzie Stoika, Angelique Flores. The inbound turnaround shot up off the glass rim, no good. Also on the floor for the Titans to begin the fourth quarter, we have Selly Cortez and Aaliyah Anderson.
Oh, defensing these out of bounds has been a real... nobody must be working on it anymore. You got to get off to the ball, then the offensive player can't cut in front of your face. If they do cross in front of you, just switch it. we're seeing boys having trouble with it. Here's that high pick and roll and back cut situation.
Coach, maybe you should put on a clinic.
Oh, geez.
And start of the fourth quarter, we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Each team now, Bob, with 16 fouls, meaning the next foul on either team will put them in the 1-1 bonus for the rest of the basketball game. We could have a lot of free throws in the fourth quarter with as many fouls as we saw in the third. Stoika on the three-point line. Stoika, and there's our bonus, the 7th foul, and that one will go on Troy Simpson. Stops the clock with 6:14 to go in the fourth quarter, and we'll see a 1-1 for Mackenzie Stoika, a 5'7" sophomore.
Well, you talk about clinics, Rob. I've been to a lot of. One of the most memorable was about coaching lower levels. It was Morgan Wooten, who was the coach at DeMatha Catholic, produced all those NBA players, and he was really good. I learned a lot.
Front end of the 1-1 is good. His son is a head coach now in one of the big-time programs in Virginia, who was just up at that big tournament that was at Walsh University in North Canton.
Right. Well, and a lot of fans don't realize.
Stoika made them both.
The good coaches are out there going to clinics all the time, and it's not like you're going to learn a whole lot. You just pick up one or two things, and one or two things over a period of time really pay off.
So the same thing when we have sales seminars. For those of us who are in that, I say you pick up one thing every time you go.
Exactly.
It's worth it.
Exactly.
5:55 to go in a basketball game. Titans lead at 30-17. Dribbling in is Parks. Tough angle, missed the shot, and a rebound. Mackenzie Stoika for Lorain. Stoika quickly into the forecourt looking for her teammate. Her pass went off the hands of Destiny Wilson. A tough pass for Wilson from Stoika.
Yeah, I as a very young guy and ran into another young guy scouting over at Elyria. It was Bob Huggins, and kind of developed a little bit of a relationship. And after he went to Akron, said, anytime you want to come down and watch practice, you can. And I did a few times. And you're right, I'd pick up one or two really good things. Well worth the time.
I don't know if the one or two things you pick up from Coach Huggins we
can
say on the air.
I'll tell you, there was a lot of humor in those practices. I'm telling you, they were funny.
Shot goes up and in off the glass. I bet it was.
It's funny.
That was Troy Simpson with a basket. 30-19. The Titan lead is 11 with 5 minutes to play in the basketball game. 5:05 to be exact.
Oh.
And they throw in the corner off the hands of Stoika and out of bounds. And Coach Parton kind of up with his hands on his hips, kind of looking at his team. And he's going to bring Kathleen Kovac into the basketball game. You know, if Harding can make a couple of baskets,
yeah, they could.
They could really get this interesting.
And notice, since we've taken the heat off, they're getting better looks.
Right, sit back in a 2-3 zone, and with the basketball.
I mean, they couldn't get a shot off before. There's
DePaula back into the game. Her pass is intercepted, stolen by Flores. Flores put it up and in. Coach Parton says, get on back. 32-19 with 4:40 to go. Kovac reaching on defense, back out to DePaula. Cross court Simpson. This zone is pretty effective too, though. Baseline, jumper, tough angle, air ball long, and the rebound falls into the hands of Destiny Wilson for Lorain. She's going to hand it off to Angelique Flores, who's run the point for most of the game for the Titans. Flores into the forecourt. You see her right there, number 12 on your television screen. Picks up her dribble, and pass is going to be knocked away, and we're going to whistle on a foul.
You said it, picks up your dribble. All the youngsters out there, you can't pick that dribble up until you know where that pass is going to go.
Yeah, so many people pick up at the young levels. You pick up the dribble
level,
and then think, oh,
it's
now what do I do?
You cannot pick up your dribble until you know where that pass is going to go.
Stoika front end of the 1-1, around rim, and it fell off. Rebound comes down to the Titans. Ball loose on the floor now, and it's stolen away by Troy Simpson. Simpson into the forecourt for Warren Harding. Simpson had to go off her hands, out of bounds. It will stay with Warren Harding. With 4:01 to play in this junior varsity game, Lorain leads at 32-19. Rob Polinsky, Bob Braskich, along with the entire club crew here for the Lorain City Schools Television. Directed by Joe Bach, Terry Trout, Bob Schlumbaker was here. I'm not sure if Bob's still with us or not. It's hard to tell when Bob's here or not, really. Inbound pass, loose on the floor, jump ball, and it will stay with Warren Harding. And Huff comes in, and coming out of the basketball game for the Titans is going to be Selly Cortez.
Here's that situation. All the defenders should be 2 steps toward the ball.
Looking, having a tough time inbounding. They do get it into Simpson. You see Simpson there on the 3-point line. Her team trails 32-19, and time becomes a factor, Bob. 3:50 to go in the game.
No, I think we're in pretty good shape right here.
Yeah. In the corner, dribbling in, putting the shot up off the rim, missing. Stevens got the rebound. Stevens fighting inside. Are they going to give it to her? They do.
They are. Well,
no, I think he's saying it's on the floor.
We've got an officials' disagreement here. I don't know how it's going to go. 1 and 1.
They're not giving her the basket, saying the foul occurred on the floor before the shot. So Stevens at the line for a 1-and-1, as she got the rebound on the missed shot by Chelsea DePaula. Stevens, line right, front end of a 1-and-1 is perfect. 32-20, the Titan lead is 12. 3:38 to go in the basketball game. Stevens trying to make both free throws. Bends the knees, high arcing free throw is too long, and the rebound will come down to Destiny Wilson of Lorain. Gets it to Flores, quickly into the forecourt to Huff. Huff wants to find a guard. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Wilson, who was running the floor. Nice pass from Huff to Wilson, who ran the floor, and it's 34-20. How important is that? You know, in that secondary
you have to run the floor. You know, some secondary breaks that are predicated on getting to the ball side, low block before the defender does. I mean, that's the whole purpose of some secondary breaks.
I always like to give credit to the passer.
Oh, me too, absolutely.
That was a great job by Huff, and Huff inside now gets called for the foul, but at the other end, she had a tremendous pass to Destiny Wilson to let her have that layup.
You know, I know we're not doing boys right now, but I watched that Lorain High JV team boys play, and they won again last night and almost scored 100 again. And boy, they passed the ball so well, so unselfishly, very team-oriented. Very impressed with how hard they play, too.
Free throw up, and it is good by Emily Stevens. Makes it 34-21. Parents' night here at Lorain, final home game of the year. Stevens will try to make both free throws. Stevens puts it up and in. And coming into the basketball game for Warren Harding off the bench, Clarissa McKinney.
Okay. Sub after made free throw lets you set your defense, which is what they did.
On the inbound, Lorain has it, up by a dozen, 3:10 to go in the game. Ahead to Stoika. Stoika trying to beat the press, and it's intercepted by Stevens. Stevens gets it ahead to Parks. Moesha Parks into the forecourt. Moesha dribbled it off her foot, ran it down. Under 3 minutes now to go in the basketball game. Warren Harding has to hurry up, and they know it. Trailing by 12. Parks has it. Parks gets a screen. Parks spins around the defender. Nice move, missed the shot. Rebound Lorain. Destiny Wilson with that rebound for the Titans. Coach Pardon's team trying to get to 12-5 this season. On the right side, headed to go out of bounds, or saving it from going out of bounds for the Titans. As play gets a little sloppy as they throw it away, and now Flores will reset the offense with 2:25 to play. Flores decides to wait until the Raiders come out on her defensively. It gets knocked out of bounds, then will stay with the Titans. Knocking that out of bounds was Troy Simpson. You know, Flores did a good job there. She wasn't in any hurry. Well, she just waited until Warren Harding came out at her.
And Flores does something else that the other young point guards. You use your dribble to shorten your pass to make the entry pass. I mean, she does a nice job of that.
And they try to do the back cut to Kovac this time, but it's intercepted, and it's stolen right back by the Titans.
Wow.
Wilson on the run. The runner in the lane is up and in. 36-22 with 2 minutes to go. Timeout, Warren Harding. 2 minutes to play in the basketball game. Lorain leads at 36-22, outscoring Warren Harding, 8-4 in the fourth quarter.
And one more time, Joe Ferment sponsoring Junior Titans Basketball Wednesday, February 15, Lorain School Gym, Doors will open at 4:15. You'll see the third graders, the fourth graders, the fifth and sixth. 4 games. They'll be playing against Amherst, Westlake, and the Lorain Stars. $3 for adults, $2 for students, 10 and under free. No pass gates. It's a good thing. I mean, we've seen these play, and I hate to drop any names or mention any names, but there's a couple players in that Titans program that are, and I can't believe this. We've gone this far with basketball and AAU and so forth in this country, but are nationally recognized. So,
wow.
Yeah, Donovan Wilson's son is one.
Wow. Under 2 minutes to go in the basketball game. Warren Harding trailing 36-22. There's a three-pointer going up, and missing that shot was Zari Diggs. And the basketball goes off a Harding player and out of bounds to Lorain. So the Titans lead it. Minute 43 to go in the basketball game, 36-22. Flores gets a screen in the backcourt.
KC.
Got to hurry up. Get it across the 10-second line, does so. Pass to Reddick. Reddick with a basketball. Reddick with a bounce pass to Kathleen Kovac. Kovac on the three-point line. Kovac back outside to Flores. A minute 22 to go. Titans
playing the
14.
situation here. They're holding it.
Oh! Shot goes up and in, 38-22 with 1:05 to go. With the basketball in the corner, shot goes up. It's Parks. She missed it. They fight for the rebound. There's under a minute to go, and we're going to get a whistle and a tie-up. And the alternating possession arrow of the basketball will stay with Warren Harding. And Lorain leads at 38-22. And we'll see our replay here. Is again the Lorain Schools Employees Credit Union replay. And the runner goes up and in by Mackenzie Stoika. Stoika with that last basket. So you see the Lorain Schools Employees Credit Union there as we have a timeout. As the Titans lead it by a score of 38-22. As you see Nathan Pardon, and he is huddling with the Titan junior varsity team. Titans trying to get to 12-5 with this win, which they are going to do. And the varsity team, an outstanding year, 14-3. So far, just a great year for the varsity and JV. They have combined for 26-8.
Yeah, the key here tonight, Rob, was that change of defenses. Lorain High out of a timeout in the second quarter went to that trapping half-court defense and really baited that first entry pass, and that just turned the complexion of this game around completely.
56 seconds to go in the basketball game. Titans lead at 38-22. And the inbound to Kovac. Kovac gets it ahead to Destiny Reddick. Reddick into the forecourt. I got my Destinies confused. That time it was Destiny Wilson with the basketball. Out of bounds. Lorain will keep it with 46 seconds. There's Destiny Reddick, Destiny Wilson.
34-11 over the last 3 quarters.
Destiny Wilson to inbound. And she gets it to Flores. 45 seconds to go. We're going to have a quick post-game wrap-up as soon as we're done. Flores dribbling in. Flores put it up. No, but she's fouled.
Really did it pretty effectively. A little high pick and roll. Spread the floor and set the pick for Flores and let her dribble off the screen, or if she's defended, you get the roll option. I mean, they do it pretty well. They've done it successfully. And then the wing people, read that nicely also. That's where we had those back cut baskets. And pretty good job.
Flores has that free throw rim out on her. No good. 38-22, 38 seconds to go. Try to make 1 out of 2. As you see that angle, you're right behind the basket. Puts it up, rimmed it out, no good. Rebound, Emily Stevens. Stevens gets it ahead to Clarissa McKinney. They work the ball around the perimeter under 30 seconds to play. Warren Harding trailing 38-22. 3 in the air, off the rim, no good. Rebound run down in the corner by Chelsea DePaula. DePaula gets it back outside, 15 seconds. DePaula looking. And she'll leave it for Moesha Parks. Moesha has it with 10 seconds to play. Her pass is going to be intercepted by Angelique Flores. Pass ahead to Mackenzie Stoika. Stoika lays it up, and she's fouled with 3 seconds to go in a basketball game.
And a fairly hard foul at that.
Makes it 40-22 with 3.3 seconds to go.
Let's see this. This is a hard foul right here. She powers right through it. Oh!
And she had the strength to put it up and in. And on getting that foul was Zari Diggs.
Well, I see why the Lorain Titans have the record they do.
3-point play by Stoika is good. Makes it 41-22, 2.8 seconds to go. The inbound it to Parks. Parks at midcourt. Parks on the right side. The shot goes up, and that'll do it. Our final score, it was Lorain 41 and Warren Harding 22. That's going to do it for our junior varsity contest from Lorain as the girls get set to shake hands. Again, want to remind you, the final score, you see it right there on your television. Girls JV game, Lorain 41, Warren Harding 22. For the crew, this is Ron Polinsky saying, have a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.